What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in to break down the weekly reset for Destiny 2 this coming Tuesday, June 20th. And so we're heading into week 5 of Season of the Deep, and with that we see the return of the Iron Banner for the second time in the season, so we'll cover that. Plus, the core season content continues to roll out with new steps for the major story quest. On top of that, we also get new weekly challenges, and then we'll move on to cover the weekly Nightfall, featured activities, playlist modes, rewards, and the raid challenges, with everything worth knowing about what's happening in the game this week. And so, as always guys, I hope you enjoy the video today, and if you do, be sure to get subscribed and turn on notifications so I can keep you up to date with everything related to the game. But without further delay, let's get into it. And so initially we will get new steps for the Into the Depths quest. Of course, this is the core kind of story quest for the season, and the specific steps we can't see, but they're probably going to come in a fairly standard format. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But additionally, we do also get new weekly challenges. So for week 5 of the season right here, we get Into the Depths 5 to complete the Into the Depths mission. So that's basically just the season quest steps for the week. But there's also Frontline Salvager 5 to complete 8 bounties from the sonar station in the Helm, and additionally defeat powerful combatants anywhere in the system. Then we have Heavy Salvager to defeat combatants with power weapons in salvage activities, but also Prepared for War to defeat targets with hand cannons or pulse rifles, and defeated Guardians or combatants defeated in salvage or deep dive activities will grant additional progress. Next though, we have Battle Rhythm to defeat targets anywhere in the system while using auto rifles, hand cannons, scout rifles, glaives, or linear fusion rifles, and we'll get bonus progress for that by defeating Guardians. Additionally though, we have Gotta Win Them All to complete activities in Vanguard, Gambit, or Crucible playlists, and we'll get bonus progress for completing Vanguard activities at Hero difficulty or higher, or for winning Gambit or Crucible matches. Next though, there is Iron Sharpens Iron with the return of Iron Banner this week, and we need to complete Iron Banner matches with bonus progress for wins. And very finally, there is Flood Tide to acquire the Last Ride Scout Rifle, and of course that's the ritual weapon for the season, available from the Drifter, Zavala, or Lord Shaxx. And of course, with mention of the Iron Banner, it does return for this week's reset, and we'll be seeing the Eruption game mode featured, so I'm sure there'll be some mixed feelings about that, but if you want to make any Iron Banner progress for the season, it'll be a good time to jump in. Also for the Crucible though, we do have Rift and Mayhem featured this week. Bungie haven't said if we're getting a boost for any ranks this week, so looks like we unfortunately still won't get that for PvP, but also it doesn't look like we'll get it for other playlists this reset. As we move over to the Vanguard though, the featured Nightfall for this week will be the Fallen Saber, and it will be our first time to get access to the loaded Question Fusion Rifle, so completing the Nightfall on any difficulty has that weapon as a potential reward, but of course, we do get the Adept variant available from Grandmaster Nightfalls. Moving on to other endgame content though, of course we'll get the reset on the Ghosts of the Deep dungeon. Good luck if you're still hunting down the exotic or any of the drops in the dungeon there. And in the tower if you're working on unlocking any of the Last Wish weapons, of course Hawthorne's quest will refresh. And looking to the Root of Nightmares, this week we'll see the Cataclysm Illuminated Torment Challenge, and so the featured weapon is Mikkel's Reverence, which is the sidearm. But otherwise, for the weekly featured raid and dungeon activities, this week we will see Vow of the Disciple, as well as the Prophecy dungeon featured, and both of these will feature their unique items, but have that updated power relevancy and pinnacle drops on completions. In addition to that though, the Eververse store will refresh if it ever loads up right here, it's still bugged in the game. But as many of you guys will know, I can no longer preview all of the items that are going to come up on a given week, so I'll be sure to keep you posted with the weekly vendor reset on Tuesday. For our very final bits of content right here though, for featured Lost Sectors this week, for June 20th, which is Tuesday, we'll get Aphelion's Rest in the Strand on the Dreaming City, dropping exotic chest pieces. And then we'll see Chamber of Starlight featured on June 21st, which will be dropping exotic helmets. June 22nd, we'll see Bay of Drowned Wishes dropping exotic legs. And then for June 23rd, we'll get Vel's Labyrinth dropping exotic gauntlets. And that's followed by Exodus Garden 2A dropping exotic chest pieces on June 24th. Then for the 25th, we'll get K1 Revelation on the Moon dropping exotic helmets. And finally for June 26th, we'll get K1 Crew Quarters dropping exotic legs. So good luck if you are hunting down any drops right there. But for the Dares of Eternity this week, in addition to the pinnacle drops and things like that, the additional drops for the activity will come from the Rotation 1 loot pool, which includes the Scatterhorn armor set, as well as the Wild Hunt armor, and then we'll get weapons from Forsaken, Season of the Hunt, and Season of the Worthy as random drops. But But if it's the Ascendant Challenge in the Dreaming City that you're looking to complete, this week it'll be the Agonarch Abyss, which is featured in the Bay of Drowned Wishes right next to the Dreaming City spawn. But if you want any gameplay of how to get access to that challenge and the collectibles within, we'll run that at the end of the video. And otherwise, guys, for today, that is everything that we have to round up in the weekly reset. But as always, I'll keep you posted if Bungie give us any news updates throughout the week. So stay tuned right here on the channel and turn on notifications so I can keep you up to date. Plus, if you've enjoyed the video today, a rating below really does help us out on the channel. And let us know if you plan to jump into the game to get anything done this week. But otherwise, as always, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.
The current. You're so deep into the well.
Guardian down.